Morning, guys, and trust we all doing great. I welcome every one of us here to good morning. I welcome every one of us here to a wonderful New Year 2025. And this year is really going to be a very profitable one for everyone who is disciplined, for everyone who follows his or her trading plan. It's going to be a profitable one. And looking at what's happening, you know, Donald Trump is going to be sworn in on the 20th of this month. So hopefully we'll be seeing a stronger USD. Hopefully we'll be seeing a stronger USD this 2025. But nevertheless, let's go into the chart and see what the chart has for us and do some technical analysis while we wait for the fundamental analysis to play out. Technicals and fundamentals work hand in hand. They work hand in hand. You cannot leave one and do only one. It's better you do the both of them. Technical is mostly you using what happened in the past to predict the future. Like this general adage that goes like this: tends to history tends to repeat itself. History tends to repeat itself. So basically, that's what technical analysis is telling us. Then fundamental analysis helps us to know the strength of that country, to know their economic strength of that country. So let's dive into technical analysis. Now, this is a weekly chart on AUD USD. Because I want this to be like a very, very interactive section. I want to be an interactive session. So it's not just only me that it's talking. If there is something you want to say, you can always say that so other people will learn. If you have any question, you can ask your question so other people will learn as well. So this is a weekly chart on AUD USD. On AUD USD, we can clearly see that the order flow here is on downtrend, right? You can clearly see that the order flow here is on downtrend. So looking at what happened here, price keeps respecting our internal range liquidity, taking out external, coming back to internal to rebalance, then drop again. So right here, I'm only concerned in what is going to happen around this place. I'm only concerned what is going to happen around this place. So do we have an internal range liquidity here? Yes, we have this weekly fair value gap here. I have this weekly fair value gap here. So where should be our next draw on liquidity? Our next draw on liquidity should be moving from internal range liquidity to external range liquidity. Now our next draw on liquidity is this external range liquidity here. Now we've seen the clear order flow of the market that price is still going. We are still expecting price to drop, but this alone is not enough. I always tell you guys about time frame alignment. If you're making use of the weekly time frame for your context, if you're using the weekly time frame for your context, then the next time frame you should look out for is the 4-hour time frame. Now, what do you want to see in this 4-hour time frame? You want to see a reaction, which people call a channel. Then 15 minutes for entry. So the next time frame we'll be switching to right now is the 4-hour time frame. We want to see if the market makers truly want to take price down. We'll do that by checking the 4-hour time frame. So let's go down to the 4-hour time frame and see what the 4-hour time frame. We can clearly see that there is no reaction yet on the 4-hour time frame. Are we going to jump into the trade? No. We won't. We just have to be patient and see what the 4-hour time frame is going to give us. This is what I want to see here on the 4-hour time frame. This is what I want to see on the 4-hour time frame. I want to see an LQ grab. I want to see an LQ grab, and of course, a structure shift movement to the down movement. This structure shift is going to confirm that for us. I think I have to mute everybody now because of background noise. So this structure shift is what is going to confirm that they truly want to take price down. Okay. So here on AUDUSD, we have to keep track on it, keep our fingers crossed on it, looking for, we'll patiently wait for a reaction. Probably this might actually play out during New York session, but I'll keep you guys updated whenever we have a reaction here. And once we have a confirmed trade set up, I will send to, this is obviously the first trade we are taking for the year. I will send it out to the general community so we can all make money together. So let's look at NZDUSD. So just like what is happening on AUDUSD, the same thing is happening on NZDUSD, New Zealand dollar against the United States dollar. Clearly see that the order flow here is downtrend, is obviously downtrend. We don't need any magician, or we don't need a stethoscope. We don't need a stethoscope to tell us that price is going down. So now we have this gap here. We have this gap here. So where should be our next draw on liquidity? Expecting price to come for this external range liquidity here. Expecting price to come for this external range liquidity here. So I always tell you that price does two things. Price moves from external, right, to internal. So we have another external range liquidity here. You'll note that external range liquidity are either your old swing highs and your swing lows, old swing highs and swing lows. So we have this external range liquidity here. Now, price reacting off from the internal range liquidity, which is our fair value gap. The next draw on liquidity should be for price to take out this high. Whenever price takes out this high, whenever price takes out this high, price offered more of buy side. Price offered more of buy side here. So this is why we call it buy side fair value gap, BC, because there is no sales here. Now they'll have to offer a fair value, giving sellers an opportunity to partake in this movement. That is where our internal range liquidity comes in. Our internal range liquidity comes in, and price coming back to that external range liquidity, taking out this previous high. This is basically how price moves. These are the two things: seek liquidity and offer fair value. Seek liquidity and offer fair value. So we'll have to go down to the 4-hour time frame, just like we did on AUDUSD. Same thing that I'm expecting on AUDUSD, that's the same thing I'm expecting on NZDUSD. You can clearly see that the charts, they are the same thing. AUDUSD and NZDUSD, they are the same thing. Let me open up that NZDUSD for us. Now this is AUDUSD and this is NZDUSD. So we just have to wait patiently for the price to give us a reaction of something like this. Now, the most important thing in this structure here is for price to break this low. That's the most important thing, for price to break this low. So for us to see that price is either in an uptrend or in a downtrend, for uptrend, price is only meant to be breaking the swing highs and respecting the swing lows. For uptrend, breaking the swing highs and respecting the swing lows. So whenever a swing low is violated or disrespected, just know that price is about to change direction. Most of the times, it has to be a liquidity grab. Now, these are the things you need to consider before looking for maybe a breakout structure or a liquidity grab. Whenever you see price do something like this, let it be with a full candle close. a full candle close. If it happens with a wick, that means that is a liquidity grab. Or if it happens with a full candle close, be rest assured that we are about to change trend. So this is what I'm expecting on NZDUSD. So let's quickly take a look at USD card and see what we should expect on USD card. I have been waiting for this USD card for quite some time now. So I'll just have to run the analysis with you guys again. Now looking at USD card, I don't need a magician to tell me that the order flow here is bullish. The other flow here is bullish. Is very, very obvious, right? Very, very obvious. So price gave us this impulsive move to the upside, and now they are back at our fair value, giving the sales an opportunity before taking price higher again. So dropping down to the 4-hour time frame, let's see what we're going to get from the 4-hour time frame. Now here in 4-hour, just the same thing happening on AUDUSD, NZDUSD. We still have that same kind of structure here. So just have to wait patiently. Price have created this slow. So we also have to wait patiently for something that is to play out, give us a break here. Then we'll join them to take price up. Now we'll pick one on UJ. Do I have anything significant on UJ? No. No. So nothing on UJ, GBP USD. Let's see GBP USD. So looking at GBP USD, this is a daily time frame on GBP USD, daily time frame on GBP USD. Yesterday I was expecting price to respect this gap here. But instead that didn't happen. We have a close above this gap. Now making this gap to be an inversion fair value gap is going to serve as support to help push price up, right? So I'll just have to wait patiently to see a clear reaction here on the daily time frame before I do anything on GBP USD. Because starting from looking at the weekly time frame, we can clearly see that here we still have this external range here that price is yet to take out. Let's see the monthly time frame. And clearly see we have this slow here that price is yet to take out, right? So I'll just have to wait patiently. I'm not rushing anything. Just have to wait patiently to see the reaction of how this thing is going to play out here on the weekly time frame if I could do anything. Then Euro USD starting from the monthly time frame. Now here on the monthly time frame, you can clearly see that Euro USD left a gap here on the monthly time frame here, dropping down to the weekly time frame, the daily time frame. Now this should be my draw on liquidity here. This should be my draw on liquidity. This is yesterday when I was expecting a sell on EU yesterday, but that didn't happen, so I have to delete this. Now, what I'm waiting for here is for price to break this high. Same thing on GBP USD. For price to break this high. Now, whenever price breaks this high, you know that we already have this and a break of this high. We'll see price coming back into this fair value. Now, this is not yet a complete fair value until the close of today, but this is something that is likely to happen. Take us into this week monthly fair value gap before we see that drop on Euro USD. This is likely what is going to happen, but if you're just joining the call, kindly mute. Well, we cannot just, use what we are thinking to analyze. We just have to see it play out. Just have to see it play out. So for now or for today, we are only focusing on NZD, USD, AUD USD, and USD card. These are the three pairs we are focusing on. Okay, there is nothing to rush. It's of no use you jumping into trade, and at the end of the day, you lose your money. Let's quickly take a look at gold. Let's quickly take a look at gold. I was actually waiting for these gold buys yesterday, but it didn't come back to my point of interest. Now, this is how you can clearly see I set an alert here yesterday. Chulo, let's make some money. I set an alert here yesterday, but price didn't trigger me yesterday. So here on the monthly time frame, you can clearly see that price closed above this monthly gap for how many months? For 2 months. It's above this monthly gap for 2 months. So this kind of serving as a strong fair value gap, right? Same as a strong fair value gap. So going down to the daily time frame, let's see what we're going to expect from the daily time frame. Now, this is what I call the swing failure on the daily time frame, the swing failure. Why is it a swing failure? We have this low, we have this low. Remember what I said earlier, for you to say that price is either in an uptrend or in a downtrend, for uptrend, price is only meant to be breaking the swing highs and respecting the swing lows. So for downtrend, price is meant to be breaking the lower lows, right, and respecting the lower highs. Okay, so I have this lower low here and I have this lower high. I have this lower high. This this thing that price did here, I was expecting to see, a break of this lower low to confirm that we are still in a downtrend, but that didn't happen. Instead, price went ahead to break this our lower high here. So I now have a higher low and a higher high. I have to delete this. Okay. I now have a higher low and a higher high, right? Now look closely here. Price also took out this. Price taking out this external range liquidity here. Taking out this external range liquidity, and we have, hold on, let me delete all these things. I have this daily fair value gap here. I had this daily fair value gap, which yesterday closed above it. So what is the next thing that I did? I went down to the 1 hour time frame to see what I should expect on 1 hour time frame. Reacting very, very nicely. So coming down to the 3 minutes. This was yesterday, coming down to 3 minutes time frame. Now I have this lower time frame LQ grab, and I have this structure shift, right? I have this structure shift. So I was expecting price to come play this 3 minutes fair value gap, this tiny fair value gap here. Um, I was expecting price. Can you guys see this? Okay, I think you can see it clearly now. I was expecting price to come play this tiny gap here. And the reason why I was waiting for this, I wanted to have a smaller and a tight stop loss on gold. Just have to put my stop loss here because this is a 3 minutes time frame here. But instead, price didn't trigger me, and this is how it played out. This is how it played out. This would roughly give us 1:2. If price had played this, I just target 1:2. Those that are giving us the 1:2 target. Very easy peasy, but that didn't happen the way we planned it. So we just have to move on and wait for the next trade. So today, we'll patiently wait and see what gold will give us today. Hopefully, these buys need to continue. Hopefully, these buys need to continue. And since we have come into this internal range liquidity here, now the next drawn liquidity should be for price to take out this external range liquidity. For price to take out this external range liquidity, let's look at 4 hours. This was yesterday. Clear reacted off from this. You can see it's a very, very nice reaction of this 4-hour fair value gap. Very, very nice reaction of this 4-hour fair value gap. And we had this impulsive movement. So let's clearly wait and see if we'll be able to get a clean price delivery. Now, looking at the 1 hour time, yeah?
Yes, sir. This 1 hour, I think there's an opportunity for us, sir, because there is an fair value gap at that 1 hour just now that I just saw now, and there's liquidity below it.
This
No,
one.
yes,
This
yes.
one.
So
I saw
those,
it.
yes.
I saw
So
it.
if price come to that area again, and there's liquidity below
Below, you can see
that fair value gap.
this equal lows here. You can see. So the best thing for which one? This equal lows.
This one before it, above it. No, yes, that range, yeah,
Okay.
yes.
Okay, now the reason why I won't consider this fair value gap is now look at this entire structure here. Look at this entire structure. Okay, we have this major low here. We have this major low, right? We have this
Yes,
high,
this major,
and
yes.
yes, and we have this. So this low is the leg. This fair value gap is still on this low. So the best thing to do is I need price to break this major high.
Okay.
Yeah, I need price to break this major high. This major high will be the only reason if this fair value gap is not taken out and price breaks this major high, then
Okay.
this will be my point of interest. This fair value will be my point of interest if this major high is taken out, because the external range is already taken out, and definitely price should
Okay.
come for the internal range. But if this high is not taken out, I'm not considering this fair value.
Okay.
I'm not considering this fair value.
Because there's another liquidity below it, right?
Exactly. You see this.
Okay. Oh, yes.
So
Okay,
that's the
sir.
reason why I didn't point out to this. I'll just have to wait for price to break this major high here before I do anything. On gold. So Forex is a patient game. We're not rushing anything. Just like our slogan in Capital Extend is your capital preservation is very, very important to us. So it's of no use rushing into a trade and at the end of the day, you losing your money because you didn't follow a proper trading plan. So we just have to wait patiently for price to come to our point of interest before we attack. We just have to be a sniper. Snipers don't shoot randomly. They wait patiently and aim at their target. Whenever their target comes to where how they want to take the shot, or then they execute. That's the same thing we are doing here. So looking at S&P 500, I'm not seeing a clear structure on S&P 500 because neither this low or this high, although we have something like a swing failure, you can call it SMT. We've done GU, sir. We have these two lows here. Right, there's nothing. This high is still fresh, so we just have to stay off S&P 500 until get a clear bias and a clear direction of where price is going to. Same thing on NAS 100. We have this still fresh. still fresh. So Mr. Emmanuel said GU, or we've actually analyzed GU. The same thing happening on Euro USD is the same thing happening on GU. I didn't even see this. So just like I said earlier, I would have been very happy if GU took out this external range liquidity here. Or Euro US, I think Euro USD took out the external range liquidity. And before coming for this tiny fair value gap here. Before coming for this tiny fair value gap. So what I'm expecting GU to do, same thing on Euro USD. Now we have taken out this LQ. This will be confirmed. This movement will be confirmed when this structure is broken. Confirmed when this structure is broken. Same thing happening on Euro USD. Confirmed when this structure is broken. So let's look at DXY to see what is happening on DXY. So looking at DXY from the weekly time frame, you can clearly see that DXY is running to drop on this weekly fair value gap here. And that's the obvious reason why we are seeing Euro USD and GBP USD going up, right? Because DXY dollar strength helps us to know the strength of dollar is dropping down into this weekly fair value gap here. So whenever price drops down into this weekly fair value gap and start reversing for the upside, same thing will happen on Euro USD, and GBP USD will start dropping to the downside.